I'm gonna come in hot all the time. I'm a hot boy.
I take it very seriously.
96.7.
I take it very seriously.
96.5.
Take your own too.
97.6. You on the borderline. You on the borderline. Okay, I'm gonna be 97.6. I'm hot, I'm smooth, man. It is what it is. So anyway, this is your boy DL Swag. We coming right on in the crew. We talk about some hard topics, man. We're gonna talk about what women really want from a man, what they really want from a nigga.
And what men want.
Somebody let me know.
Yeah, what do you
I don't know, man. I just got.
What do I want?
Yeah, what do you want from a woman?
Can I say
And don't get into details right now. Say.
Well, you know, I'm just
kidding.
Hot. I want hot food and hot. You know what I'm talking about?
damn.
Yeah, man.
So that's gonna be the topic today.
Super simple, man.
What do you really want from a woman? What do a woman really want from a man? What do they want, man? I'm gonna look you in the camera and talk straight to you today because I don't understand women no more these days.
Are you seeking to understand
I
women?
don't understand. Cause I know a woman, man. You know, she say she want a real man, but she got on fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes. Some of them got fake booties and stuff, and they gonna holler fake titties, and they gonna holler real quick. I want a real man. That is crazy, man. You don't even really know what you really want. You get a good man, you don't even know what the hell you really want. Let me ask you a question. What do you really want from a brother?
Well, it depends on the person. It's defined by what's their definition of a real man. That's the bottom line. What is your definition of a real man? Because everybody's definition is different. Like certain people may think a real man.
Let me just say,
works,
okay, you got a
pays the
man.
bills.
You got a man that go out there and work every day, come in, give you his money, wash dishes, do everything he's supposed to do, and still at the end of the day, a woman she's out there looking for some goddamn body else, man.
Yeah, but
She
guess
see
what?
the swag, suave looking ass guy. She want to mess with him.
And that has nothing to do with that individual, that man. It's what that lady is dealing with internally is why that happens.
Lisa, come on, give me something.
About which part? What a man want?
What you really want from a man? What you really want? Yeah, don't worry about the goddamn man. I'll tell you in a minute. What you been looking for in a man?
Is loyalty, attention, time, honesty,
Preach.
sex. That's number one. No.
So what you gonna give him though?
Women are from Mars. Men are from Venus.
And what?
Women want the penis.
Right. Yeah. But
That's
you
not
know,
all.
that's not all because you got a lot of women driven by the penis, and I'm not one of those women.
No.
Women will be sliding guided by the penis, and no, that's not it. But you men, y'all think y'all want a real woman that cook? Because I'm a young woman that I cook, I clean, I take care of the kids, and you know how they say you cook, you ain't gotta cook, you ain't gotta clean, and you still get the ring. I got the ring by cooking and clean.
Well, I'm trying to find somebody for that girl.
I be over there all the time. My house is clean. Facts. These are facts.
Yeah, they're selling right now.
No, I'm not saying because I'm married. But I'm just saying, I understand the rhymes and they all sound good, but that's not what it should be.
Yeah,
the
no.
man should do what he should do and provide and take care of the household. Outside the household, and the woman should take care of the household and the inside.
So let me ask you a question. So what if he doing all these things, but he got him a girl on the side because he can't get what he want at the house? Talk to me, goddamn. Talk back to me. Somebody tell me something.
Communication breakdown.
He might not be getting what he want at the house.
So he's doing.
Have you talked to her about it? He has to talk to her first.
Okay,
You can't
but what
just
if
go
he
out there
talking
and
to
do.
her?
She ain't
What
gonna
if
know
he-
what you want.
What if he
That's
talking
right.
to her
Nobody
and she ain't listening to him? But he started telling you what's going on and what I need. This is what I
Then
need.
it sounded like he jumped into something too quick, and
Absolutely.
he didn't get with someone that he can communicate with freely and tell her what he want and what he need, and those needs are, provided.
But now that can happen on the other foot. Now
It
you put the
can.
shoe on the other foot.
And
where-
then that's why communication is key
Absolutely.
when it comes to relationships.
Man.
We talked about that in the previous podcast. You gotta know your mate. If you don't know your mate and you don't have healthy communication,
Well.
all these things happen.
Well,
Yeah,
as women want. You heard that whole laundry list? Good credit and you gotta be able to recite Barry Manilow front and backwards.
Wait.
Man, I want to be. I want to eat. I want some food, bro. I want some food, and I want some loving, And I mean, we can hire a maid.
Which one you want
That's an
first?
option.
You want it all in one serving or what? You might be getting it all.
It just depends. We can do this shit. We can do it. Yeah, we can do it at the same time.
In the bed, and loving too.
That's what I'm saying. And all that there, man. And good conversation. Somebody who will tell me no. And I'm done. Like, I can't have a yes person on side of me.
No pushovers.
So,
I'll roll right over you and trade
yeah,
you
right.
a new model.
It just ain't gonna work. But that's me personally. I can't fucking say what somebody else gonna feel. But some people want to be able to. Some men want to be able to walk over and dominate a woman and treat her, like the old days. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what you doing with them damn shoes on in the kitchen? You supposed to be barefoot, baby.
And pregnant.
And pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the men stuff that I hear.
It's all about the approach, because what you're saying is like, okay, so women, honestly and truly, women are naturally submissive. If the man can lead. If the man cannot lead, we're not gonna be submissive.
That is great. That is awesome.
Have you met my wife? What is you talking about? This nigga.
She's my cousin.
I mean,
oh, so then you got the same bad
but
shit.
it takes a strong woman to handle a strong man.
That's
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can't have no weak woman and you strong, because you, like you said, you're gonna railroad over, and then you're not gonna grow, because they can't even face you to tell you, hey, this ain't right. That ain't right. But if you have a woman that's just okay, whatever, you gonna do whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
see,
true.
with me, I'm a strong personality.
What if that's what the man want though? What if he
He
don't?
just want a maid. He
No,
just want a maid and a child.
What if he don't want no gangster ass wife?
Why she gotta be gangster?
But I'm just
She
saying,
got a
that
boy.
motherfucking too goddamn strong sometimes, got some shit to say all the time, and won't never let you talk, won't never give you a chance to say what you got to say. Sometimes you get crossed up with that bullshit too, and that shit'll get old too. And I know it'll get old both ways. It can get old both ways. So I'm talking two-way street on both sides.
That's you grown.
Man, you still gotta have your compliment. You gotta have your yin to the yang.
That's what I was just gonna say.
It got a balance, but I don't want nobody arguing with me over every little thing. But okay, I'm not good at everything. I got my skills. I got my good skill set over here. And if you can match me and we can meet on a 50-50, I'm not gonna be an idiot and try to do what you do well, then I do bad. I'm not gonna be like, nah, just sit down, baby. I got you.
It's a lot of men like that.
But those be the ones in the stressful relationships. They going through it because they don't want their woman involved in none of a particular part of the relationship. I don't know. It could be the bills. It could be the thrills. I don't know. When you're going outside and doing your own thing,
like
you leave her ass at the house, but you stressing about it.
Y'all want women that's natural and this and that. I'm team natural, and I wear weave as well.
Okay.
But y'all will say y'all want team natural, and now you don't want these butterfly lashes and blah blah blah. But then you go and you cheat with somebody with hair, 30-inch hair and nails like
that shit don't matter. That shit don't matter, Alicia. Let me tell you.
It don't matter.
It don't make a
Why?
difference what she
It's
look like. That's what they cheat with the ugly motherfuckers too.
Well, you know what? Apparently on a situation like that, that person is giving that person something that they're not getting somewhere else. You got.
Well, that's why everybody cheats.
So what? That's what I'm doing. But a lot of the stuff you got to go back, and sometimes to get in a relationship, it takes some cycle. You have to go through some stuff sometimes. You have to go through some counseling and different stuff, because somebody can come right into your relationship with you and drag some old baggage from another relationship and treat you like shit all of a sudden. Then they don't understand why they treating you like that. But you already came with some baggage already, so you already upset and mad with your previous baby daddy. So now you treating this new one like something now. What do you really want? Now you got a good man now, and now you ain't looking at him as a good man because of what you've been through.
But the good man have to understand that she's a little damaged, and he has to. It
ain't his fault.
It ain't his fault, but you have to know what you're getting into.
So you gonna damage him then?
You gonna damage him?
He can help her get through it. He can be understanding, and she can be because it can be the other way around. Yeah. He can be somebody that come from nothing, and she can be trying to take him somewhere, and he don't see all of that. You know what I'm saying? But she see the potential in him, then she's waiting and she's letting him blossom.
Yeah, the thing is,
that was like fucking poetry.
Yeah, that was too. That was too right.
But it comes back to knowing your mate at the end of the day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because if a man gives his wife everything that she is needing, physically, emotionally, he's gonna make her less available to other men.
Thank you.
She's gonna be gung ho.
The confidence level's going because a woman, y'all men are greedy.
Struggle.
Us women, we're not greedy like that.
Man, don't look at
If
me.
we
I'm
get
not
everything
on
we
your
want,
side. Technically,
we're
I'm
not
not trying to
looking
get you
for
on my
other
side.
things. For y'all, it is visual.
So let me ask you a
No,
question.
Alicia
Let me
said
ask you a
it
question.
comes back to commitment. If you're committed to that person, you're gonna communicate with that person, tell them, hey, baby, I don't feel good. This is
Yeah.
what I need from you.
So let me
You know
ask
what I'm
you a
saying?
question.
Y'all ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
Yeah.
Let us know on your
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna find a person who has 80% of what you want and
Yeah.
20% of what you're willing to deal with.
Right.
And then you get tired of that shit and you find somebody to fill that gap with the 20%, and now you got 80% of what you don't want.
I got that.
Yeah, man.
I understand all that.
Yeah, but like I said, it
Yeah.
all boils down to commitment.
That-
If you're committed to that person, you're going to work at
Right.
the relationship.
Thank
You're going to go
you.
to counseling. You're going to go see a sex therapist. Whatever it is you need to be fulfilled.
Well,
You know,
sex
like-
is a real big part, ain't it?
It could be.
Obviously.
It is.
Yeah.
Intimacy.
But no, that's right. That's
Intimacy,
right.
period.
Yeah.
That's right. So let me ask you a question. So
Love, intimacy, commitments.
if the guy gonna go work and do what he's supposed to do, you gonna do what you supposed to do? If he say, okay, go exercise, go get your hair pretty, go get yourself together, because I'm not really attracted to you like I used to be. no
Okay,
more.
that's good.
Because y'all have been
communication.
together for a while
Yeah.
now, you know.
But let
Well,
me
he
tell
should
you.
never
I
let us
seen that
slip
on the
into
show
that,
last night.
though.
Y'all seen that
You
last
should
night.
tell her about that before.
Let me tell you
She
this.
should listen to that.
No. But
Like
what
I
if she
said-
had 2 kids
If
and
my
now
man-
she
okay,
let
let's
herself
do
go
it.
down? That's what I'm
If
saying.
hold on. If
No,
my
I'm
man-
saying no. I'm asking a question from your point of view. I watched this on
Okay,
the
I'm
show
gonna
last
ask
night.
you.
Yeah, I watched it
So,
last night on the show.
Just like I said, okay, so Destiny's Child, which is not my music, it's my claim, made a song called Cater to You. Guess what? If that man is giving me everything I need, I'm gonna keep myself up. Because I don't want to lose my man.
I got you.
I'm gonna do what I need to do.
But the average person, what you think they gonna do?
It depends on the
You might be in the elite 1 or 2%. Everybody.
I feel like it's about self-love. I don't feel like no one can make you keep yourself up. It has to be something in you to want to keep yourself. I love my appearance. So I love my husband at the same time. But I'm not keeping myself up for him. I'm keeping myself up for me. And once you do that, then, you make you happy. I'm going to make me happy. You know
Well, how
what
do
I
you
mean?
convey
If you
this over
can't-
to the other women that need some help with this? That's what I'm trying to say.
okay, I'll
we
tell
talking
you
to try to help
Well,
somebody
they're
else
not
be better.
happy, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's what
You know what I mean?
I used to be about 40, 50 pounds heavier than I am now. Okay? I wasn't happy in my situation.
Right.
So I resorted to food. I was an emotional eater. So all the emotions that I wasn't getting from my significant other and this, that, and the other, it caused me to eat. And I gained weight and I was really heavy. I did not love myself. Number
Right.
one, because I was settling for a relationship
Thank
that was
you.
not fulfilling me.
Mhm. Because
And that's the issue.
what most people do, once they get out the relationship, they want to do all these great things. They go work out, go to school, do all the things to, self-motivate. If you self-motivate in a relationship, then you'll be okay.
So you need to be doing. So you saying, in other words, practice all the things that you was doing when you was trying to go steady with this person. Bring all that to the
Yes,
relationship.
don't
You gotta
lose
keep it going.
Okay.
Don't lose it.
That's all we're trying to understand.
Yeah, you can't start something and have somebody get used to something and then stop it cold turkey.
Right.
Relationship's
Yeah,
gonna go
now that's a problem.
right
You're
down
right.
with it.
That's a problem.
You know,
Right.
if you were giving him all the freaky sex in the beginning
Right.
or whatever, guess
Like
what?
they
You
say,
gotta
how you
continue
started.
that.
How you started?
You
You,
You
gotta
can't
finish.
just stop doing that because then he's gonna always look for it. He's looking for it, so then he's gonna miss it. There's gonna be a deficit. Guess what? Room for the devil. Boom. Here comes
Right.
Shay Shay or whatever her name is down the hall with the long
Right.
hair.
No, that's Becky with the good hair.
She had with the long hair. Anybody can have the long hair. But yeah.
You have to communicate with your mate. You have to be on compromise with your mate and be on like one accord, because if one person is unfulfilled, that's going to leave room for the devil to step in and break that relationship up.
Put your comments in the comment section. We would like to talk back on this situation and like to know what you're thinking about. So I'd love for you to speak out. I want to know because I got some questions.
Right.
I wish you would ask me some questions where I can answer them accordingly. So
A lot of people will criticize a person that's too honest. But I feel like when you're honest, you leave a person the room to accept or not accept. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because you're being transparent with them. You know what I mean?
Authenticity.
So it's
I demand it.
So if I'm telling you everything, and some stuff might be ugly. So, it's you take it or leave it. I'm sorry.
So you want.
so
And
that's
I'm
what
gonna
you like
piggyback on
super
Alicia.
shit.
I mean,
You have to be honest.
it may like he said, in a relationship, that partner you have to hear something that you don't want to hear.
So
if I'm not gonna be with somebody that can't tell me about myself.
That's right.
Well, maybe this person might need it communicated to him better.
Yeah.
And if you're not communicating, you saying, okay, well,
no, I ain't saying that I'm gonna communicate it.
Okay, poorly.
Poorly. I'm just saying I'm gonna communicate
and to
it.
Felicia, you have to be honest with yourself.
Right.
Don't accept deal breakers. That's only those red flags are only gonna lead to the demise of the relationship later. Be upfront. Hey, this is what I need. This is what I require.
Well, okay, you said that, but at the same time, I remember us saying that you might have to help this person in certain different areas.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I like for you to dress a little bit better. You might need this or you might need that. So I'm trying.
So
to
what got
understand
you attracted to that person if they're not dressing like you?
Well, no, I'm not just talking about dressing. I'm talking about anything. They might not communicate well or anything. So they can't comprehend everything you're saying. So you're gonna try to build a man off of that situation or build a woman off that situation. That's where you run into the trap by doing certain things like that. I believe that.
But I'm saying, like, in my experience with dating guys, like, if that guy should be your number one fan.
Right.
And if he's rooting for you and he's building you up as a woman, you're gonna take those steps automatically because of your love for him and your want to fulfill him in the relationship.
So let me ask, I gotta ask you another question. So what if that guy, you met him at work and y'all was just friends at first, but you was really attracted to him? You really wanted him, so you kind of went after him a little bit. Now all of a sudden y'all got into a relationship. Tell me how that looked. I mean, how did that work? Because the guy really wasn't into you right then, but he got into you later. Mm-hmm. But now you got this guy that wasn't, quote unquote, the guy that you thought he'd be. You end up liking him because you was going through a situation at the time, and you needed somebody right then. So you kind of needed to lean on somebody right then to get through what you was going through. So what do you do if it turned into a relationship? So how do you work through that?
I mean,
because situations like that happen.
Or you mean if the relationship turns bad, or you just get into a relationship with the person and you try to.
How do you try to make it work? Period. If you got in, you wasn't.
Communication. Number one, communication. Communication with him. Okay, so what are you looking for? Do you want something long term? Do you want a situationship? We all know about those.
Yeah, well, the situation might have just happened.
With benefits. Yeah.
You might end up liking him.
Yeah.
He might not like you.
We have to be mutual.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
no. People get in relationships and they don't be mutual all the time.
And then it develops later.
Well, that says something about that person because I'm not gonna get in a relationship that I don't want to be.
Never settle.
So you hadn't started off talking to somebody, end up in a relationship with that person,
right?
Because I know people have.
I have started off talking to somebody, but I have to be interested in them in some kind of way.
Okay, I didn't say I wouldn't be interested in them, but
I'm just saying because sometimes things start out sexual and then it end up relationship marriage type. You know
some
what I
people
mean?
just be friends and they turn into lovers later.
Right, that too. But it has to be some kind of interest.
Stay friends.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I knew some women that got with some guys and they was really. They've been through a hardship at the time. They didn't know where they was trying to go in their life. And this person was just nice and always there for them all the time. They end up starting to just kind of talk to him because they feel like, I need to kind of give him a little something back because I'm kind of using him a little bit.
I think that comes with growth and
learning
different relationships. Because we sometimes have this little checklist. You got to be this, that. But sometimes you have to be outside the box and get with somebody the opposite.
That's the part I'm trying to get to.
Then you will see that they might be a better fit.
That's kind of
so you gotta like do trial and error and be like, oh man, I fucked up. I'm good. My bad, boo.
So
be aware of your deal breakers.
So you let him test drive the sex and everything first.
No.
So come on, man. How you know? Sex been the number one thing.
Somebody that was with you and stuff like that that's been down.
No, I said that was your friend.
Right. Then you gonna know that you want to go there with sex because it's gonna be some time. And it's not gonna be somebody just that you was attracted to and you was like, oh yeah, I give him some.
Okay.
It's different.
But don't they say women know like in the first 2 minutes?
That's what
I'm saying. That's the difference. You won't know with a person like that because you would never think to give them that chance. But over time, then they'll become attractive and they'll turn.
So when will the 2 minutes hit? It's gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
The universe is ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we visual like y'all are. We see somebody that look good,
what?
might be intelligent. That might be something that turns us on. You know, it is what it is.
Because I know people get in relationships because they need some help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, or either they just had sex because they needed some money.
They need
All of a sudden, the person kept on giving money, and then they, you know what, I'm gonna just go on mess with me because I like the money how it's coming in. So certain people can bait you in certain ways, and women both ways. Yeah.
They married for stability, and you know.
But I feel like that's kind of natural though, because I mean, a man.
Well, it don't work like that.
Hold up. Listen to me, man. Because like so since the beginning of the time, men went out, they killed some shit, bring it back, right? No. They go out. No. Most of the time the women go hunt. No, the women nowadays.
No, the animals. The women go hunt.
What?
The lions. The lions go hunt.
No, I'm talking about. No, you talking about animals. Okay. I'm talking about human beings.
Okay.
The
you
men
kill somebody. You said
kill.
The men gonna go out. They gonna hunt. They gonna come back. Hey, baby, look what I killed. And then you gonna bring it back. You gonna show it, and then your boy gonna come in. But I killed something bigger, and now that's his woman. So, you know what I'm saying? So she gonna take that. She gonna bust it down the middle. She gonna make a jacket out of it. She gonna make a rug. She gonna show him what she can make with what he brought in. So a man was bringing something to a woman to impress her, and then from there a woman was impressing a man with what she could do with it. Right. So that was the balance, but that was the man bringing to the table, and they did want the biggest and best provider.
Well, I understand it. Yeah. So how did it go back and fit into a woman seeing the guy in the first 2 minutes? She knew what she wanted to do.
Oh, she said he had.
I'm just trying to understand.
Okay, well you came in with a squirrel. He had a fucking.
He came with a buffalo.
He had a buffalo. He gonna walk in. You're like, damn.
Oh, he had a bigger mink coat on. Okay.
Yeah, he walked in there. You cute, man. That's a nice squirrel.
That's nice, but he's a boss.
He's a boss. That's it.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's a difference between getting a drink at the bar and being invited into the section. So, come on, baby, we got bottles. Come on, you ain't got a fucking drink. You know what I'm saying? You mix your own shit. We got you set up. Versus the guy, hey, baby, you want to sex on the
But that's what the problem is. That people are worried about. You're worried about what you can do or what you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like what you can do for the household, but like you were saying, if you can peel off the money, they want to be your woman, even if they look like Biggie. You know what I mean?
Okay, look here. I got a story. What you saying right now that just it's a good article.
Look,
this guy, wife, she used to do advertising stuff with us a long time ago. And she came in. I guess she was looking for a man. She came in and did a Sharon. She did a Sharon Stone with the legs, then open all the way up to Sharon Cooper and cross the back. Yes, this the real story. And anyway, we going out for all the salespeople to see. I'm like, come on, man, y'all get out of there. That's my friend wife. Get out of there. Oh, wow. Everybody looking. So
she was a wife?
She needed attention. Yes, she needed attention. So anyway, we go to the club one night. She see this big old black dude. She was like, wow. Attractive right away, like you said. Go back to what you said. Wow, man, I bet he hung. Oh. And we looking, and she do like said, bump me and say, hey, my husband.
No.
Oh. And I was like, man, I'm embarrassed for the guy, but I'm just saying, you can see somebody, the guy look like a big football player or whatever, and she was attracted right away to that guy.
So was her husband taking care of her financially?
Yes.
So she just wanted to dib and dab.
She still, right. So you got to watch that kind of stuff because you can be with somebody.
So that's you mean what the women want?
Yeah, that's his wife. His wife, but she seen something else. She was.
Wow.
She looking. Yeah, that's what she did.
That's terrible.
She did that?
Yeah, she did this. I bet he like this.
Well, I guess it's her character.
So.
Because my thing is, you have individuals that are very sexual, but they're not going to be out. Like you have some that's nymphos or whatever, and they gotta have sex with whoever. But you have some that's nymphos, and they only want to have sex with their partner. They just want a lot of sex. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
So if they don't do it so long, what's gonna happen?
Let me ask you what happened because they have control of it. But the ones that's just out of whack, then they just gonna go get it from whoever they.
Well,
get.
that's a lady in the street and a freak in the sheet. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah. That ain't no
So
new
let me ask you this here. This is just a straight question.
No, it is.
So how many women keep dick in a glass where they can just break it open when they need it? They just know they need it
got
right there.
emergency dick.
Well, we got the toys, though. We got the toys.
Hold on. I plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. I'm not saying.
I got several toys.
That's
so
classified.
Wow.
That's classified information.
I'll be glad when they get it to be a whole person and they can move.
They say they making them like that. They making them like that right now.
I heard.
Wow.
I know that's gonna cost a lot, Ken.
They already got them for women. They got them for women. Look at you.
I feel like
They got them for women. I mean, for men right now. They got them for men. But they making
I feel like it's almost impossible for a woman not to have that because it's like, man, like
A
just
toy, you saying?
no. Dick in the glass, as he
Dick in
said.
the glass.
You know what I'm saying?
Backup plan?
Yeah.
Like a backup plan?
Boom, Tyrone, come on out, baby.
So they still talking to somebody else. That's what I'm saying.
So that means we got control of our
No, cause like I speak with women and their experience about going to fucking Family Dollar and shit. They gotta carry the Captain American shield to block all the dick coming their way. They like, oh shit, get out the way.
I think that's more of a
they
mindset,
at 'em.
because I don't think of picking up men when I go to Family Dollar.
No, I don't think
but
but the
they be
men
hollering though.
Yeah, the men do come.
Yeah, you gotta. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, I just came
I
for
was
two.
in Sam's.
Hey,
I was like,
Alicia. Oh no, I'm sorry. I just came for toothpaste. I don't want to.
Yes, I don't want nothing else.
You respect
You got a little dick in my house.
Oh shit.
You do, but some people don't even care if you married, and I experienced that a lot.
Yeah.
Like people I be like, don't you see it rain? They're like, I don't care nothing about this.
What
like
you mean
that.
got to do
Like,
with me?
So-
Nothing, but he had
Oh, yeah,
everything to do with me and
that's-
my commitment to him.
That's when they get disrespectful.
Goodbye, sir. You're a blessing,
Right.
So
Exactly.
what you really want from a man? That's what we talking about again.
Love,
Love,
intimacy,
intimacy.
Well,
What you
that's
want?
the same.
quality time.
That's the
Yeah,
same shit.
No, it's
All
not.
of it,
There
yeah,
is.
so-
It's different definitions.
It's all the same.
So let me go back and ask, what do women think a man wants?
Sex and food.
Number
Then.
two top ones.
And beer.
top.
Sometimes.
So you
No, I think they
you
want
think
a
you
woman
just
in
want
a
sex
good.
and food?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm
I'm
just trying-
totally kidding.
I think they want
That's
a
top two
woman.
though.
We want. You know what? Another thing we want. Number three.
You saying we are
Women.
Men.
We want vulnerability. from a
He
man.
asked you what men want. What do
Oh,
you
well, I'm
think?
talking
I'm
about
saying,
the
see what
you
your
know,
husband.
but I'm
You
just
see how that work?
Yeah, she don't want. She.
We
Oh,
want
really?
you.
Oh, you want to try to
Did you
put it on?
get that, Darius? We want you to cry. Okay,
Yeah.
we need you to express your emotions.
Okay,
Until you run around there, until you run around there,
Y'all
motherfucker,
said- y'all said
whip around.
Let it flow.
You said what y'all want?
Nah,
What
yeah.
y'all want?
I asked, but you finna be
We don't know what
sarcastic.
y'all want. You have to tell us what you want.
Yeah, what do you
Just
want?
like we have to tell you.
No,
what
we just told you
What
what
does
we wanted.
DL Swag want?
We just
Right.
told y'all what we wanted, and y'all don't listen. You just
Ooh,
don't
that's
listen.
their favorite line.
We don't listen.
Favorite line.
Man,
Darius.
have you said what you
Really?
wanted? I know I said what I
When
wanted.
do
Yeah.
y'all ever listen?
Man, I
King.
know.
Okay. Darius, you have the
So-
floor. What do you want
So,
from a woman? What do you want?
I've already said this.
Say
Okay,
it
well, say
again.
it so we can hear
so
it. 'cause
y'all
you
can
weren't
see how
listening.
this conversation going again, guys.
Man.
At the end of the topic, the women gonna do all the talking, and they gonna be
Wow.
right. So
Don't do no
just
listening.
already know
So you
that
say we
it's not
want the
gonna happen
control?
because they don't listen to no man.
Wow. You see how
They
they
won't.
do
Well,
us? Look
a lot of
at
stuff.
us.
A lot of this. Let me
Because we
just say
upgrade
something.
them. That's
A
why.
lot of this
Beyonce
happens.
said
See what
that.
I'm saying?
Let
That's
us
bias.
upgrade y'all.
That's real bias.
Period.
A lot of
We
this
should be
stuff.
upgrading each
A
other.
lot of this
Exactly.
stuff come from their moms, man, because they moms.
Ooh, wait, what?
Listen to what I'm just thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Because they
Lois,
mom,
you hear him? Oh.
because their mom didn't never give up authority by no man. They never submitted to a man.
gosh.
So the daughter come up seeing the same behavior.
He has a
So
point.
they
He
not
have a
gonna
point.
listen
That's a point.
neither.
You have a point.
So they're not gonna listen to it. In the same way with a man. A man feel like his daddy was dominant. He came in and mama cooked and she cleaned, she did everything. So he feel like this is what you're supposed to do. You
That's
clean
true.
up and cook.
That's true.
You do what you do and give me some sex when I'm ready, and that's it.
My
Well,
mom
that's-
is very dominant. Love you, mommy.
But
okay,
that's where it
but
fails at,
she did
though.
not. My dad would let her go so far, and then he would stop her, and she respected him. There has to be some kind of balance for you to get an example from. Like you can't like I said, if a man naturally leads, a woman will naturally be submissive to him. But if he cannot lead, well, that's an issue with her, and he needs to check that at the door because it's only going to lead to relationship conflict later on.
He did not know she didn't listen when he bought her. He bought her.
See, that's how the men think.
He got her.
That's exactly how the men think.
Got her. She was standing in that window with them nice shoes on. She was looking silk and sleek, and she was in that bitch barely eating the salad and shit. And then, and then, you know what I'm saying? To me, I'll just have one white wine spritzer and shit like that. She was real cool. And then you met her family, and then she goddamn put her claws in you. This not my experience. My wife first. But look, look. No, you
gonna get in trouble tonight?
Nah, hell no. But no, look.
I'm teasing.
They you put on you selling yourself.
Yeah.
You putting up. You ain't gonna.
It's an advertisement.
Yeah, man. If your expiration date is bad, you gonna turn that bitch to the back. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna put your worst foot forward. No. And that's what
first
men.
impressions.
But now you're in love with this person, and then
that's not what you signed up for.
Yeah, and that's not what we signed. That's not what you signed up for. Because then you get to know him at 3, 4 months, 5 months, but now you in love. Y'all done start making plans, and you like, she do not listen.
I get that
because so guys, you know this when you meet a person, for about 3 to 6 months, or it depends. The timeline depends. We all mask things, but after so people can only pretend for so long. That mask is gonna fall off, and that's when you're gonna see what Darius is talking about. Oh, shit.
Right.
Now you into the relationship. You got a baby now, and you got some shit going on.
But when you're younger, I can see you experiencing that. But as you get older, like us, that been in different relationships, you have to change. You can't just go straight in. You know what I mean? You have to take your time.
So in other words, make a hell of a lot of mistakes, guys out there. Fuck up miserably. Do what you gonna do, man. Just trade their ass in and get another one if you have to.
Wait to get married.
No, wait a minute.
Wait to get married.
Stop it.
And trade his ass in if he ain't doing right. That's a young love.
No,
that's what
you don't give up on
do
people.
what you do.
You should not give up on somebody that you really love. You should fight through it. Go to counseling. You know,
be miserable as hell.
No, counseling can help.
She right.
You know what I mean? Because we all are growing. You know what I mean?
Bad role
We're
model.
all growing.
Well, I'm just saying that's what I'm hearing.
This is the thing. As a counselor, if there's a couple, I would never go into that session with that couple telling myself I'm going to save this relationship, because as you can see, I'm divorced. All relationships can't be saved.
Right.
Well,
you have to have an open mind.
I'm not gonna listen to somebody that ain't been through no goddamn divorce. They can't tell me shit. Well, you can't tell me nothing. You ain't been through shit.
What you mean?
Get divorced and go through
shit.
And then talk to me. I can listen to you better.
Yeah, because you had experience. Yeah.
I only take advice from crackheads.
If I'm smoking crack, that's what I want to talk to. I want to know how to get the best hit if I'm talking to a crackhead. Crackhead know the best hit.
Oh my God.
Mechanics know how to fix your shit, and the crackhead in the hood know how to fix your shit better than some guy.
I think where we go wrong at, we all think, well, some of us think that we don't have issues of our own. And we all have issues.
You gotta check
collectively
yourself before you wreck yourself.
Everybody is damaging to a relationship. Everybody can be.
Right. Okay. Where did you fuck up? Where did you fuck up? Where did you fuck up? And I don't fuck up. No, seriously. On which situation?
You tell me.
Whatever situation.
I've been married a few fucking times.
Okay, so I was in a committed relationship.
Hold up. LaDonna gonna tell the truth.
In my relationship, number one, I went into the relationship.
If her lips moving, she
ignoring the red flags. This man showed me who he was. I didn't believe him, obviously. Okay.
No.
I did not know.
Time out. What did you do? Not what you missed in him, and he was wrong. He was the problem. What did you do?
Right.
I did not communicate well at all.
I
was just like, you know what? I'm out.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
What you
That's
do
what I
in your
did, and you
situation?
can't do that.
What did you do
You gotta
wrong?
fight fair. You gotta get it together.
What do I do wrong?
What you did in your last
what I-
relationship?
Oh, your last
I
one
was
or the
stubborn.
current
No,
one?
my current one is the one that I'm, what I do wrong.
We're not gonna use this camera to get no points. That's one
No.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
This is about me and owning ownership, okay? I am a overthinker. I overanalyze things. Sometimes I make stories that ain't there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what I do sometimes.
So
You know
you
what
cry
I mean?
wolf then? That's what you
I don't
said.
cry wolf.
Pinocchio. I'm sorry.
I troubleshoot a lot, as you gave me.
Over troubleshoot.
I over
I
troubleshoot.
got you.
You know what I mean? But it can be a good and a bad thing. You know what I mean?
The corner store is exactly 3.5 miles from here. That should take you 18
Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that at all.
I'm kidding.
But what I'm saying is anything, and that's not just my relationship, that's any relationship I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My children, my
Overthinking.
sisters. Yeah, it's just how I'm built.
I was
Thanks to
guilty of that.
somebody, I'm an overthinker.
Where you fucked up at?
So, man,
Yeah.
on which situation I gotta go back a little.
Cheating in the next one.
Oh my
just saying.
God.
I'm kidding.
Because
Y'all don't listen to me.
I'm a constant work in progress, so I'm
Oh, that's
making
dope.
mistakes every day.
Oh, he's using this platform like he told me.
This nigga trying to get some points.
Yeah, no.
I'm constantly
A
making
10,
mistakes.
what a more than.
Man, what you did wrong,
Yes,
man?
I'm just trying to answer
What you did
that.
wrong, man?
I'm losing my train of thought.
Okay,
I
let's go on the
had
phone.
a
Let's
good
go
lie.
on the phone.
I had a good lie to tell you.
Yeah, we know you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Go ahead.
smooth.
No, I'm constantly, man, making mistakes right now, every day.
No, we ain't say we asked
Hold
what
on,
you did.
kind of mistake?
Can I answer?
Oh, okay.
This nigga trying to set the scene.
Well, 'cause I'm trying
Hear the
to
violins.
think. I'm trying to think of exactly what I've done.
Oh.
'Cause if I have to go back,
You don't have to think of something specific. Just say what.
well, I'm
Well, you
Pacific
haven't
type
used
person. I am Pacific.
Okay, well,
That's
go
who I
ahead
am. Let me be
then.
who I am, woman.
Wow, emphasis on the woman.
What?
That's what I'm saying. What do a brother really want? But you will tell me if I don't ask you, the woman will tell you. Just let you know. But I made a lot of mistakes. I personally can remember. I know I cheated when I was doing what I was doing. So I'm going back a little bit. I cheated and I was conniving and manipulative.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, you gotta do a lot of shit.
I did a lot of that stuff back then. So I did do that. Yeah.
What's something that y'all can
You answer the question now. What you talking about? Did you see me? You
did my thing.
tried it. Look like that. Say you tried it.
I heard him trying to flip it.
I'm gonna let me get out
what
of it.
honestly, outside.
Inquiring
let me
minds
get
would
out
like
of
to
it.
know what
Right.
you did, Derek.
What are your challenging?
One of my biggest challenges.
I lied. Wait, I beat women now.
That's when the lies been locked you up.
I'm lying.
He's not. He doesn't beat.
Go ahead.
No.
Because my cousin ain't going. I'm telling you right now, that's not happening.
That's it. Oh no, I don't beat nobody. Hell no.
Oh, ask. Oops.
Yeah, she
She ain't about to allow it.
Anyway,
I know, right?
One of-
Take the innocent.
one of my biggest things that I dealt with was mismanaging money. And that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I made a bunch of money, but then I spun it. I was like, yeah, let's go. You want a
That's
drink?
what you-
I felt like
Finances
Oprah. I
in
felt
the
like Oprah on payday. So I
No,
was
for real.
like,
Finances
you
are
get a
being
drink.
wrong.
You get a drink. And that amongst other things, but I feel like now that I've corrected that, my relationship has gotten on track a whole lot better, and my life has gotten on track on top of that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if that's all you did, boy, you done good. Cause
That's not all I did. Y'all
all
said
that.
Said
one
amongst
thing.
other things.
Said
Yeah.
amongst
I
other things.
mismanaged and fucked up
That
and
was
did
when he
all
was willing
that.
to share, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
You got to keep some mystery about yourself.
Absolutely.
Like
You don't tell
Prince.
everybody everything.
Like Prince, we didn't know what he liked it. R.I.P. Prince.
Y'all remember the pants with the butt cheeks cut out?
That's what I'm saying. He always threw your
Yeah.
curve. As soon as you see him with a pretty girl, he throw your curve. You like, yeah, why
He
you
wore
booty
heels
out,
and
Prince?
everything, and Prince just had all the women.
He was
was just
androgynous.
different.
He was
What you think is a
androgynous.
great
Polyamorous.
quality about you that a man benefits off of?
I'm just
Well,
gonna
I'm
go
trying to
on
get
for
him
what
married
people have
then.
told me. A lot of men tell me I'm intelligent.
How
They
many
tell
men?
me
How many men you
that
dealing
I'm a
with?
good mother.
How many men you dealing with?
I haven't dealt with a lot of men.
You started
I'm
off
just
with
saying,
a lot.
like some. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
you
I'm
talking about in general,
guys,
A
like,
lot of
no
men.
word.
They tell me you're really positive.
Man, this your chance, Madonna.
like your-
You finna find you a man right now. Don't say a lot. Don't just like a couple guys that I met in my leisure.
I mean, like the people
You
that
don't let
I
her, but they say we the
I didn't say
control.
I'm playing, I'm sorry.
I dated a lot of men. I know, right? I
Look
didn't
at-
date a lot of men, but I'm just saying the men that I come into contact with tell me these things. You
Look
have
at
this
the-
quality. You have that quality. You have,
Look at the
you know, you're intelligent, and I really like the way you carry yourself. And
You like walking on the beach?
I love walking on the beach. I slept on the beach.
Okay,
before.
so
like picnics
I'm
on the
very
beach.
You slept on the beach?
I slept on the beach.
Was it on purpose?
engaging.
Yes, on purpose. It was a date.
Oh,
Darius.
Oh shit!
My great
What's the
qualities,
sunrise
excuse me,
song?
my
Explain
great
mine.
qualities, I'm
I'ma say
very
your sexual.
caring person and forgiving. I get that from my mom.
Aw.
And I'm controlling a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's a
They
good
can't
quality.
give no pushover. Girl.
It is.
It works for you.
You gotta be, to be a boss, you gotta be
Bro,
controlling.
don't buck up on me, bro.
Be
I
a
see
boss.
it.
You gotta have a little control.
I got
You
you,
know?
man. I got
Go
you.
ahead.
Oh, I got a great quality. I got a nice smile.
You do. Your swag
that
is on
is-
100,000
That's
trillion.
about all I have.
You have all
Yeah,
the swagger.
right.
Wait a minute, hold up.
It's all downhill
You
from there,
have-
baby.
All the swagger.
I appreciate
That's
that,
what it
but
comes to be.
I'm not gonna say all of what people say and what I feel about myself.
Let them say
He's
it.
being
You gonna let
modest,
them say
guys.
it.
Aw. How cute.
Well, you do it enough on the phone with me, but go ahead.
Don't tell it.
Y'all run tell it on the mic.
I'm a provider. I'm a go-getter.
Amen
Yeah.
to that.
And I'm funny as fuck, bro. Like
You crazy as hell, bro.
I be cracking
No
myself
lies.
up. So I mean, I make the day short when you hanging with me. So you know, this is not an ad or nothing like this. This ain't no personal. But you know what I'm
Off the
saying?
market.
I feel like I know why my wife ain't left me, because it's like, man, look at this nigga, man. He's
So you're
I know. I'm looking at him. I be looking.
I think she felt sorry for you.
Bro, did y'all know? I wrote a poem today.
you're right.
Yeah.
I wrote a poem today.
If anything, you're a legend in your own mind. So
That's it, bro.
That's called grandiosity. That's what we call
Yeah.
that in the world of mental health.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This DL Swag and the crew again, and talk about what women really want. I don't know what they really want.
They really want.
What was that?
What they really want from a
Nigga.
Somebody let me know.
Please. So we gonna get up out of this thing, man. We've been on here longer than we supposed to. I know y'all won't watch the end of this footage, but in case you do, man, that way you'll hear some of the bullshit. They pointing birds and F you signs out there.
2021, Happy New Year to
Happy New
everybody.